the 2021 World and Housing Population Census, no, Ghana Statistical Service MAT says little over 30 million. That little over 30 million, no, 11.78 million were youth, representing 38.2%. Ghana, just a youth, you know, about 38% of our population, you know, a youth. Now you are saying, say, as you see, I mean, can say 50% of Ghanaian youth are to support to National Democratic Congress. Does it mean that this one can affect a bit me take any effect be over the 2028 elections a year banana?
You mean that first and foremost, youth definition is different from the voting youth population.
I see.
So you can't youth with Fabanwa, people who are 44 years and below, who are no and nobody does 38 now. At the moment, Omamotwapa are already 44 years and below, around 77%, 78%. So almost 80% are Mutwapa Ghana, only below 44 years. Now, the future, no,
yeah.
If you want to win an election, you win an election from the youth group, not from the old group. Now, 7 years there, and let's say almost to form an NDC, almost only an NDC, and that is the starting point. So, we see where NDC here is highly likely to vote for NDC candidates, and that is the problem NPP has. Now, the NPP was around 25%, and the youth vote as well. It means they can't really galvanize many people to help them to cross 60% plus one. So they must and they should, if they want to win the next election, begin to work hard on the youth population.
I see. Now, Director, we adore your works. That is why we always want to call you so that we may expand everything to all of us. Not yet me at But how did you come by this? Because this country, you got the most populous regions are Greater Accra and Ashanti region. Until recently, the last election, indicated the Greater Accra has a population than Ashanti region. Recently, now Ashanti region carried that one for about 50 years. Now, these are the two most populous regions, and Ashanti region Kahubia, where also NPP stronghold. How come that about 50% of Ghanaians ebetimi akwa NDC sa and ubetimi actually mu ya che wadaroma?
In fact, yes, that is Ashanti region. And ubi some say part by now 34% say omu ye MP4. 34%. NDC 30%. 3% say and omu ye floating voters. You will be that. So it means that maybe I'm so number to do now the back of numbers no. It is something that's fundamentally not right in the region. And nothing I'm number no is what at the moment around 24% of them are Ashanti region. Around 24 was Greater Accra. So between Ashanti and Greater Accra, almost 50% of MP4 are these two regions.
I see. I see. So it means that gradually, when it comes to the youth population vote, Okwa Ashanti region, it looks like they are falling for National Democratic Congress. That's what you want to tell us, right?
Yes.
So you a year works biana. What share the crime massad in the back? I remember. Adie bia obeye bia no kira de kwa masade ne ba tell us onu omudi nkomo na de na ma ofi say they are now attracted to National Democratic Congress.
Look, this is my own analysis of the situation. I think NPP, they haven't found a best way to communicate with the voters yet since they lost the election. It's a bit disjointed, and it doesn't seem to be I don't know how to say it, but social media, you could see there's a problem between what they think Ghanaians think and what those who are talking to NPP think.
Yeah.
So they must make sure they almost aligning what they think with what the people think. Because man for say now they tend to distrust you. You lose trust. And once trust is lost, I think there will be a big problem. Obekaya in recent times, in fact, Kudo Nkrumah said one of the most important things MPs must do. Hello.
Yeah, director. You reach where now see Kudo Nkrumah say. I heard our voice. Can we continue from there?
I think the most important thing for MPP now is to build trust. Trust building. At the moment, they're not doing well on trust building.
I see. Okay, that's a shade. You two abanu. In fact, you babe two abanu. Okay, say the NDC will win 57%. People took you on and all that. Any idea? When people started people started insulting you. You said that NDC and go beyond 55%. In fact, they went beyond that, and everybody, hailed you and all that. About 6 months time, you made a poll that about Bima NDC will win. Christmas, so you did the same thing that NDC will win. Now, tell us so. Today, we've seen that gradually NDC is also losing some goodwill. Bika there is becoming a slight unpopular. Talking about the cocoa issue, Abani Sanomei. Say, we share peteta criminal and pay your works, no. Sad, no, it still stands. Say, your control basisia, NDC will win. And I say, NDC will win. Would they win with the same percentage? And I say, because of cocoa issue, the NDC will win, but they wouldn't be able to win the same percentage. And I say, they can't win at all.
Look, let's have the cocoa issue. A poll we did around that time didn't show that cocoa issue is a big issue. Cocoa issue has never been a big issue for voters, even among the farmers. The polls are there to show. Now, as to whether they will win again, I think that the secret is in the polls that is coming Wednesday. Wednesday, we'll see whether they will win or they will not win. Even if they win, with what margin?
I see. So this cocoa issue wouldn't take any NDC?
No.
So have you done any works about this cocoa issue? No? And
yes. We have done the work on the cocoa issue. In fact, the report came out a few weeks ago. And it was clear, even among farmers, the cocoa farmers themselves.
Yeah.
They agreed with what the government did at the time. Cocoa farmers, we asked them whether they think that the pricing item is fair now or unfair. About 56% of cocoa farmers say they believe it is fair. Across the regions, most places say fair. The only place that we're not saying say fair is Western North and Ashanti region and another two regions.
Yeah.
So overall, no, cocoa issue is not a big issue. Especially, look, cocoa farmers know over 30% of them have degrees. Another 20% have senior high qualifications. The cocoa sector has changed, so they understand certain things. So we shouldn't assume say ordinary farmers with cutlass. No. The owners know, cocoa farmers know, only different from caretakers. If you misconstrue the two, you will make a bad decision.
Okay, so it means that you see about 30% of the cocoa farmers they are degree holders. You see 30%. Okay, so it means that if somebody is a degree holder, he'll be able to analyze issues and ideologies and policies. So say the air costona yatisono, you'll be able to know say the world market and yatiso it a decennia definitely it have to affect us. So that shouldn't be the issue, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And over 27% of them have senior high qualifications. How many who go farming? They own the farm.
27% of them.
As Ghanaians become smarter, they also become smarter farmers. And this is first, you know.
I see. Okay, so now let's go back and stay in Ashanti region, where you said that now about 23% of voters in Ashanti region saying that they are now floating voters. Before I'll ask you the further question, tell us, when we say somebody is a floating voter, how do we describe somebody who is a floating voter? Is a floating voter so be belong to any political party or what? Who is the floating voter?
Obi a floating voter. I will be sometimes Otuma NPP, sometimes Otuma NDC. But who so how or NDC ni and our NPP ni? Who say no we are there say be a floating voter. Make mo be a mindset me NPP na me talk about my NPP. I feel be a floating voter. So the who is there? People who are perhaps NPP people before, and I say and then on be a floating voter.
I see. So before that 23%, you know, now we are analysis no and works no now Okwa Ashanti region now floating voters ne ASA and then they are 23%.
They were around 10%.
10%.
NPP was around 55%. Yes.
I see.
NDC was around 22% in the past. 22%. And now almost 30%. NPP 55% before the election, after more 34%. So it is coming down.
I see. So it means that if the floating voters since the place the region is an NPP stronghold, definitely it will affect National New Patriotic Party. So let me ask this: say affecting New Patriotic Party, what might have contributed to that? Because Abai saw buy and che, you say. 1 year 3 to 4 months and you come Edia na ba ebema the floating voters 10% issue to about 23%. What is really happening in the region, particular ama Ekwasa?
Okay, the last election, MPP Nyahi was until 55. They didn't see that. I didn't know when 65. They are disappointed in something.
Yeah.
And then it's about disappointment.
Yeah.
Because almost feel said this is the home. And they haven't seen, I don't know, whatever it is that they wanted to see. That's why they didn't vote the way they voted. So something is wrong. And MPP must really sit up properly and do a proper study to see exactly what is happening. I can just speculate, but that may not be the exact reason.
I see. So the disappointment na buy no nipa na ankoto aba no e na ma that 65% no e buy na say omo di to me say okay say the mebu afukura me I don't belong to any political party. Cry no na atremu amasa akofom that 23%, which is which.
We share the results of the election last election one was until that. NDC got 34%. Some number no any NDC go on MP vote down. If man go to fine. If some coin, no, to my NDC. As to why I can't tell. They should find out from them. I didn't them to my NDC. We have shown there's a problem. They must do a deeper research to find out the problem.
I see. All right, Mussa Dankwah is the executive director of the Global Info Analytics, one of the finest posters we have in West Africa. Mussa Dankwah has never gotten it wrong. Or no any do commoner or the works about Bontin or say about 50% of Gen Zs, Yeka Gen Zs and Mabunu Ghana now with a National Democratic Congress and 20% of a Mabunu Echo. New Patriotic Party. So that's it. So that's a basana say a roughly by 70. So 30% for normal say they don't belong to any political party or they haven't decided.
No, they some of them have floating voters. On party about 10% roughly, and 3% the other parties, including UP and the academia. So mostly about 17% of me voting voters, 10 say among and 3 other parties. 100%.
Oh, that's fantastic. I see. Where the Emuda Hopper. Now, Director Shadio. Now, new Patriotic Party acquire a new candidate with the person of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia on one on the call 2024. Now, it's likely that National Democratic will change a candidate. Now, worldwide, it has happened once that a political party change candidate. Ultimate winning election. It did happen in US. Even that one, there was a circumstances around it. That is why I didn't see it. Based on this, would NPP have any chance going forward? Because we have 2 years, 7 months to the elections. Let's put it that way. Say, could not say, NPP strength is say obedient new candidate to be winning election in this country. Any you post out the banner, you bet me who changes Biana for the first time in the history of Fourth Republic. Can we see some changes? Say a the first time a first time candidate can win election in the country.
Look, we are in a new era, an era where history in most cases is irrelevant. Because we go to about history or share the circumstances of today. And we have Omar Musaba today, Omi Gen Zisa, Onupano, and Pano Muse, only party via Einstein, any covenant. We are Nigeria on the 20 hours, we are with Farmer. So we should not hold on to those kind of theories. It's not going to work. The most important thing is that deliver on the two.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a one thing that happened when new patriotic parties is here, a creative problem, and I hope say you the one that can figure this one out now. About the running mate of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the Japan, whether we like it or not, it has a base or it has something that and for or party and no Castle party this is here. He would definitely go by at least about 5% of the party supporters to 10% will follow Urakede the Japan. Pay me and some analysis and what I have seen today. Now the instability now air hating new patriotic party today. Say Dr. Bawumia sorry, Naked the Japan sorry. They say they have buried their differences now. Dr. Bawumia is choosing Urakede the Japan as a running mate, and Urakede the Japan has already said it. There was a time that he doesn't want to be a second fiddle. What doesn't want to be a running mate, but this time around I'm accepting because of NPP. That's why accepting this Obumio pen eba. Can this one do a magic for new patriotic party?
Look, as Global Info, we don't speculate. We speak with data. Whether Kennedy will give the Bawumia the best advantage or not, I can't tell today. But any move by any group to unite NDC is a good thing. Whether it is Kennedy or anybody else. But certainly Kennedy is a very strong person. So he agrees to be running mate for Bawumia, and Bawumia is to be running mate. I think it will be something that will bring unity in the party. That one, no doubt. But as to whether it will be enough to win them in the election, that one I can't tell from today.
I see. All right, Director, thank you very much. But before you go, you celebrate too, Kakra. You have really done well. In fact, prepare your minds. Some of us sometimes become lazy. We don't have to work hard like you do. It is sometimes you tap your juma kakra. Now yes, so yeah, the juma analysis and though we do yes, dear. But we need to celebrate you because you have never gotten it wrong. This Ayawasu East constituency election now kind of we saw the reason why. So that one no and taking effect bia so people still salute you, people still revere you and all that. Now tell us so quite na ya offer so we anytime you get it accurately.
Look, we have more than 500 people across the country. We have a lot of people everywhere. It is bad, and you say, "Now, them and the calculation." No, a direct interviews amount for any amount for Casa.
Okay.
The feedback, no, near a one, near them. Charlie, with sampling and the right tools, no, we get the right.
I see. All right. So that before I be jamu akoro, Nancy now we have publication ever and National Democratic Congress. I know it is early days yet, but you do publication about who's to succeed President Mahama. Say Bia Owiele Tenwana. Now we see Nano Pokwajiman. We have seen somebody like Ato Forsen, Asedwin Ketia, Julius Debra, and Eric Opoku. Any idea? The bar last saying doesn't still stand because we've seen how Rena Drusu ahead, we've seen Ato Forsen and Nano Pokwajiman there. Omono Uyene say unim so mbe contested and I say would what to go say ubise bisankofo asaba fa omo ho.
With that, who shared the cost for NDC more? I think the there's no doubt that they will contest. From what we have seen, from what we have seen from social media, and there's no doubt. But Ato Forsen is one person that, from where he is sitting and the position he's occupied now, I strongly believe that he might put himself in the ring. How do I do so? Other possible candidates that he put himself in the ring. Then we have Jinano Koku. Okay, but there are others who may also be thinking of contesting. But at least, realistically, these 4 people there, you can't say none of them will be in the race. Maybe some may withdraw along the line, but I think they are the more plausible options for NDC right now. But the only said, whatever the race is from last month, last December, I can't tell today. But Wednesday, it will be out. Say, I didn't get in a video. They have no issue. That's supposed to say, no. I think Wednesday it will be very, very clear who the people want.
Fantastic. Now, the Agric Minister, Ora Eric Opoku, is the only person that has declared his intention among the people that are who works. He's the only person that has come out. I say he's ready to contest any idea. We have seen say likely they will come, but already Obi na no say obe contesting. What are the chances to say the Juma or the chances in the normal cabinet say?
Look, Osha post a year from January 2025, ABC December. The highest he has polled wasn't up to 5%. That's the reality on the ground.
I see.
Among the general public and even among the NPP. So, Osha Dubarosuna, besides Asedwin Ketia, Haruna Drisu, Ato Forsen, and Jenana, someone else that someone else knows below 5%. So, it is very difficult for you to see anybody emerging outside this 4.
I see.
Because if you want to emerge, you should be doing at least 10%.
I see. That's fantastic. All right. The director, no, if you have anything to say, go ahead before I go ahead.
No, I'm okay. I'm done.
Now, Obia, Haruna Idrisu, then Kofo Kase says of free stream northern region. Now, President Mahama Sufi northern region. Within the NDC party, it will be very difficult for them to say yes, I'm not Nandia. So, beside that, we share the charismatic churches for only be almost sorry to Dr. Baumia. Say Omoma Muslim baby president near there. Now, Sanko for now, so majority of them are NDC people. We know them in this country that they are NDC people. About 80% of them. Would that people allow even Haruna Idrisu to become a flag bearer? So would the sometimes the issues so yeah, Jumani are they? We know what shall I say?
I mean, for NDC, they have to decide whether they want not to lead them again. It is not for Osha or delegate Noah. I think they have their own sense. But realistically, it will be a tough sell for them to go that option, but it's not impossible.
Oh, I see. All right. That's a better RCP.